gamers! Holy shit, the game's loud. Hold up, let me fix this. Oh god. Hold on. Audio. Master, let's turn this down. Hold up. Hold up. We're working on it over here, you know. Oh god. Ripperoni. How's everyone's new year going? Let's switch over to the game. Hold on. I forgot to set game capture to this window. Damn it. Here we go. Close. Does that fix it? It sure does. Let me plug in my controller and then we'll be all set to go. How does that sound? Alright. Play. How's everyone doing though? Happy New Year! Oh god, I like that the game plugging in my controller. 10 out of 10. We're on a boat! The words are getting farther away, they're just floating there. Is no one even the slightest bit concerned? Hello? No one? Okay. I'll take it, I guess. God. I had a good New Year, except I rung it in listening to Wii Shop music. Edith Finch. How do... Oh, I press R2. Flip the page, damn it.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Okay. So this is steam cleaning, so I have the trophy list pulled up to the side, so I'm going to tab back in and out a couple times every once in a while.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
So, don't mind me when I do that. Can I pick this up? No. Can I do something with this? I can't.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Really? So it looks like there's gonna be a lot of points.
In a will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
There's gonna be a bunch of points I'm gonna have to stop talking like that one, I guess.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
The Finches. Okay, first achievement up ahead. Going down both paths to the house. Very simple one. I don't know anything about this game, by the way.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
I'd like to keep it spoiler-free in chat as
much. The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
As much as possible. Words. Okay, now we gotta go down the other path. Truck. But yeah, New Year's been good for me. I just went out with some friends, did a little chillin'. Slept in today, surprisingly. Ooh dear! But other than that, pretty chill. Listened to Wii Shop music on accident right as I started the new year, so
no one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Okay, well I got that achievement, so we're all good to head back and actually, you know, work on stuff in the game. Ugh. I started work on the Brothers Tale of Two Sons team cleaning video yesterday, and looks like it's gonna come in at like 12 minutes, longer than I'm used to making a video, but that's because I haven't like gone full in on editing stuff and things.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
I hadn't thought out a story, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Yeah, I did unmute myself. Hold up. I think our next trophy is coming up. Yeah, there's one collectible up ahead that we need to find. We go around here, and there's a peephole for some hidden dialogue.
The house felt like it had always been here. Even the swing set was older than my mother.
That do be old though. Okay, when's the next one? So I'm prepared. After entering the house, we'll arrive in the kitchen and can start exploring and find a number of doors. Go straight through the kitchen towards the front door. Go to the library. Okay. Ah. Should I go in through here?
I heard something moving around in the garage.
Okay, I thought that was just me fumbling with the door.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Fair enough. That door is ajar.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
This is a nice house.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
I'm assuming this is the library.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
That's not very coolio to think about. Okay, where's the next one? Where'd the next one be? Upstairs. Hold up, where upstairs?
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms.
Who's Milton?
Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Who's Milton? Who's Edie? Oh, that
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in
I
1947.
was about to say, 10 years old. That's pretty young. What? That's sad.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Hello, Mr. Odin.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
America, damn you. Only 16? Why do so many people die young in this?
Whenever people ask me about my family,
The first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Why? Well, I mean, she's famous, so makes sense, but still, why? Alrighty, back to these people. Two people. This one lived to 49. This one to 93?
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Julio. I think I have most of the peoples. Good. I'll look in here.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Pepperoni. Why doesn't it say Sam's death day? Is he still alive? Calvin died at 11. That sucks. Gregory, 1 year old?
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Only a year? What the hell, game? Why have so many kids die young? Okay, we're good for a little while. Just was making sure. We're just chilling now. Let's find the rest of the stuff we can look through. You know? Because there's definitely some painting. Maybe I can look over here. I'll go into the ominous looking room later. I'm still investigating.
A lot of
What's this?
things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Packing peanuts?
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
What happened to Milton? Game shouldn't be called What Remains of Edith Finch. It should be called What Remains of Milton Finch.
Instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Yep.
Only
Ooh,
one
Chinese
restaurant
takeout.
would deliver to our house. We had Chinese a lot. After Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got pretty sick of salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Fair enough.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Yeah.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house after it sank.
After it sank, what the fuck? Oh, lake house. Well, that's your own fault. Making a lake house? You're crazy. Crazy, I tell ya.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Damn.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Isn't this the theme for the game? I don't know why it has such an unsettling mood when it's not a horror game at all. At least I don't believe it is. I just think it's like cozy, like figuring out what happened throughout people's lives type game.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Walter, put your dick away, Walter. 249.
Willis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
20,000 Leagues. I love that book.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
He was afraid of all the memories. Why am I still in the crouch camera?
Reading
Oh, that
this,
sucks.
maybe it sounds like I had a plan,
But you didn't.
but I had no idea what was behind that door.
This is Molly's room, right?
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the
Molly's
peephole.
gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its
Yeah,
own
I
even tinier
get
gerbil
parts.
cage.
I'm sorry, gamers.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
By the end of this, are we gonna figure out what happened to Milton, hopefully?
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
That's scary to think about, a kid knowing they don't have much time left.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
No!
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
No thanks.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Mom didn't. Well, Molly's mom didn't seem to care for Molly. She seemed like an adventurer, I had to guess.
I kept
Who
eating and
cares?
eating.
No, not the two. Well, that explains how she died, yo.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Oh. Are we gonna watch how they all die? That was happening here?
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
Hello,
I reached
Miss
out for her.
Barnswallow.
And suddenly, I was a cat.
Wacky imagination you have there, kid.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
So is this just her brain coping with just dying by falling out a window? I'm guessing. I'm assuming. Or she just has a wacky imagination. But you know, you usually, when I'm assuming she fell out the window. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Get back here!
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree.
The biggest
I
of the
promised Dad I
trees.
wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
No, not the mama bird. There's baby birds.
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Where are they? This is an achievement. I had to swoop up 2 rabbits in 2 swoops.
Rabbits.
Don't let go of the swoop. Ah, there we go. There's 1 swoop.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew 1 bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Okay, where's the other rabbit? They were somewhere here too. Where are they? Am I
A
right?
mama rabbit.
Here it is. Got it.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking.
What's up with this
but I
kid's
couldn't stop
imagination?
eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What the fuck? This kid has an interesting imagination. I need to move. I'm sorry guys, I'm a shark now. Time for me to go. My people need me.
I rolled off a
Holy
cliff
shit.
and into the ocean.
That was violent.
Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Okay, we used.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Give me the damn seal. Where did it go? By the way, we did get that other achievement. Give me it! It is mine! Whoa, it's a handy stream? What the fuck? What up,
It
Logan?
tasted really good.
I'm playing What Remains of Edith Finch. Sorry I didn't notice that. I got distracted. Oh fuck, I almost killed it. Damn it. Feel sick as a dog? Feel better. Don't die. Ah!
Grabbed
Got
on
it.
tight. And when I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes,
What the
everything changed.
fuck? What the What the
Now
Isn't
I
this
was a
one-
monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
I doubt that's the case, Logan, but we can say it is, just for you. I know there's an achievement here where I have to listen to a drunken man's tale or something. So I have to keep a lookout for that. Oh god, where are we going? I'm gonna kill this
I was
man.
big,
Violence.
And I moved real quiet.
I'm a sneaky man, you see? Holy shit! There's someone down here still? Isn't this where I came from? This is. Get out of my way, briefcase. I'm trying to tell if this is a dying kid's imagination from, you know, eating poison berries and stuff. Or,
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
or if, like, the Finches had powers, and that's why they have a fancy house. There he is. We listen to his tales. Wait, this isn't a tale. Was that not the drunken man? No, it's the person singing. I will say he needs to do a better job on his singing, but I'll give him a pass on America's Got Talent, you know? I don't remember these lyrics. All I remember is what do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? So he's doing a better job than me while drunk. You know? How much more does he have? Chuck? Oh, I thought you said something different. Maybe you need to move closer to him to trigger the story. Yeah, but for achievement you need to listen to his full song, which is like, eh. And this is for a steam cleaning video, so I'm trying to get it all in one go. I don't know any of the story stuff, but I do look up the non-story related achievements that are missable beforehand, you know what I mean? Hose pipe? I thought it was a story, but it's a song. I just double checked off to the side. How much does he have left? Sir! How long is the song? There we go. Let me kill him. Nice singing, good job. I let him finish singing, that's all that matters. This is some eerie music though for what's occurring. Hello, Mr. Captain.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
What the fuck?
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Where are we going, gamers? Oh. Whoa, gaming.
I got
Gaming
closer
hours.
and closer.
Oh. Does she kill herself?
All of my stomach started growling.
What the fuck's going on?
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer.
What the fuck?
And we both know I will be delicious.
What the fuck? So she died to some sort of monster? That can't be how it went, right?
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
10 years old. Pepperoni. I want to know how the 1-year-old died.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
Yeah, based off the fact that her mom seemed abusive. Oh, I can go out the window. I want to go back in. I didn't finish looking around the room. No! Damn it.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories.
Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
There. In we go.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Time to investigate before I read her journal, I guess.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
absolute Chad you are, Sven.
Her room was like a museum.
Yeah. Oh, this is the double bedroom. Built 1937 by Sven Finch. Let's do this door
Even
before I
in her
look at.
90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Wait, this is the 1-year-old's room.
The only
Whoa.
trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Well, it used to be the 1-year-old's.
It was a pretty big trace.
It used to be the 1-year-old's room until they reworked it, you know? Okay. This.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard.
Time to solve puzzles. Puzzle
It's hidden in
time.
this book.
No, I don't want to go through there yet. No, no, game, no. I didn't look. Fuck. Let me back through. I haven't looked at this journal yet. Let's look at it.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout
Oh.
Norway for their fortune.
I had
misfortune.
one of these storyteller things as a kid. Hold on. What are the stories I need to look for achievements in? Barbara, Gregory, and that's all. Okay. Oh no. How do I read through this all?
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse. His wife Ingeborg and their
Family
newborn son,
curse? Oh,
Johan.
Johan? What
On
happened
January
to Johan?
7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Oh, this is the house that sank.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Huh.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Hold on, can I go back through and see if I got everything in Molly's room? No. The answer is no, okay. You know the movie The Boy?
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
On. Calvin Finch. Is that Sam? Nice sunglasses, Sam. Wait, these are the same pictures I wonder. Is that Buzz Lightyear? Hold up. Wing. Deer. Anything of interest?
From the paintings on the
Milton.
wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Yeah, it seems so. Whose room are we in now? Fort Calvin. Calvin's room, okay. I go up here? Well, there's nothing up here, but cool way to jump into bed, I guess. Damn. This is cool. So this is Sam's side. That's the deceased
I knew Grandpa
Calvin.
Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Fair enough. Calvin.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Going in. Going in. Oh, I need
My
to
brother
stick up
said
both
he'd
my
die before
legs.
he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Life goals.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore he'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do
Oh
it.
God.
I told him going around was impossible.
Oh God.
Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Oh God. I don't like what's happening here.
I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh God.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Pepperoni.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Good thing you didn't, I guess. Good.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Make it down? Yeah, I can.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
What's going on here? Open. Pull. Upwards. I thought it was inwards. Sorry. Well, not inwards, but towards me. You know what I mean.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Let's unlock this, I guess. Continue on this way. Milton. Wait, Milton had been here as well. This is Barbara's room. Okay, we
Growing up,
gotta do
I
something
always thought
here.
of Barbara as a child star.
Bigfoot! I fucking love Bigfoot.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
That's what we have to read through for her. Anything else I can look at in here? Okay, what do I have to do in Barbara's? Really quick. Okay. That should be easy.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
How did Barbara die?
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it
Add 4% in Michigan.
Ending of Barbara Finch.
You see that, Logan?
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A
Yep.
has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I
Pepperoni.
think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about
Ricky.
to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her
Walter.
convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
This dude's
Because my
clueless.
dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box.
Oh, the
secret
music
is
box
to
from the
keep
beginning.
winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
How do I?
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Michael Myers?
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
I need to knock everything off the table for the achievement. Is this a fucking Michael Myers tale? Michael Myers tale? Am I about to encounter the shape? We'll see. Oh, he might just be trying to scare her, you know, for you get the scared scream. I don't like these, oh.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
What the fuck is going on here? Is Rick the Hookman killer? There's a fridge in the next panel, so I assume.
Rattled and grew still.
Okay. Hit Rick in the face.
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
The crouch?
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Walter, you're dead. Michael! Michael, no, don't do it, Michael. Don't do it.
Walter, are you there? Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police described the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand.
The hash slinging, the lash slinging, the hash slinging slasher.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Get out, you bitch.
Because he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
You're the secret entrance, I'm guessing?
Not. She played her part beautifully.
Let me guess, the hook man is Rick. So we go down the path we've been going down so far,
She
right?
thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
Where do?
Hinges grow.
Bitch. That's gonna be Rick.
Wasn't moved, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
It's gonna be Rick and we just killed him. Or it's gonna be the old Michael Myers trick.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Hookman! Where art thou, Hookman?
She heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Whoa.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a
Oh, the convention. Did Rick bring the convention
saw
here?
what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous.
What the fuck?
Her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
It wasn't. Oh. It was. What the f.
I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But
I'm so confused.
unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
What the fuck?
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Huh. Interesting.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Is there anything else to look at here? That's not. Question mark? Wait, there must be a secret entrance out of this room. Now where is it? This be the question. I need to go back in? Oh yeah, I unlocked the way out from here.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Hey! Oh yeah, we got to the music box now. I'm dumb.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Congrats. Hold up, I gotta check something. Are there any peepholes I've missed? Okay, no. Not yet. Yeah. Oh shit, I unplugged my controller. We have a little while to go. Guess just turn this until we get the key. There we go. You know the movie The Boy though? I know I said this earlier, but seriously. That's all I can think of. Oh, this is where Sven's story is, I'm guessing.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
I want all the tetanus shots. I need to collect them all.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Yeah.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
There. What's through here? So dark. Damn.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
Walter.
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Fair enough. Is this a fallout
If
shelter?
there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Well, I guess we have to change that, huh? There's that stuff. Open this up first. Okay, there's a secret passage there that I guess I discover after the story. Walter, he lived to be 53.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Oh, I thought you left, not just...
On that
Okay,
first
then.
day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
What the fuck?
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
Poor Walter, but
Having a
also
schedule,
Chad.
living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Yeah.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal.
Monster on the...
Almost
What?
friendly.
What? What about a fucking monster?
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
What the fuck is this about?
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Eh?
I know it's out there somewhere.
I guess he has like super
Whatever
bad
killed
paranoia.
Barbara. And Molly. And Calvin.
That thing didn't kill Calvin. Calvin killed himself.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me.
It will. You die in 2005.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week.
This dude's just chilling.
I'd be happy with one more day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Oh shit! Yeah, probably shouldn't have just stood on the... Oh. Oh god.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Bad way to go.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
This way, I guess.
One of us left, or maybe 2.
Yeah, you're pregnant, Edith. There's 2, not 1.
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else.
Fair enough.
But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Rip Walter. Oh, there's no train coming anymore. I was making sure I didn't get on the fucking train tracks.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
I'm Edith.
But I thought you should know about your family.
Wait, is this Edith's tale of how she died and it's their kid reading?
And the
that
history
would suck.
you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Anything here? No. I don't know if I should be mortified of the possibility of a monster watching
Look at
me.
the house. Had that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness.
Or
Any of it seems possible.
if the family was just going insane. Where are we going? Oh, this way.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
Fair.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Oh, I thought they were buried in the fucking library. Hold on, I think there's a peephole here though. Telescope I need to look through. Okay.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human
Don't
one.
bury them there. The Wendigo.
3 of the
The
gerbils were
window.
mine.
Not the
2
window.
had been my
Window.
fault.
The Wendigo.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
There. We have Edie, who I haven't seen yet. Sven. I've seen Calvin, Sven, Molly. I haven't seen Edie. I have seen Walter and I've seen Barbara, so Edie's the last one I
I'm
need
sure
to see out of
Odin's
those
monument
people.
had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Okay. That's the way forward. I want to look at these other tombstones. No. Sam Finch.
Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just
Gregory
trying to
Finch.
do better.
Oh, this is the right way. Fair enough. I haven't seen Gregory's story or Gus's. I might have seen Sam's and Calvin's room. I'm not 100% certain though.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Is that the old house?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Stop caring about death and live your damn life. Probably. I haven't seen Milton's or Sanjay's
She lost 2
or
of her
Louis.
brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
There.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Is this a treehouse?
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Fair? Have to be a gamer. Hold on, there's a peephole on the roof. I remember seeing this on the list. Okay, you're good for a little still.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom
Oh,
had a
here's
lot in
Sam's
common.
story.
They were both pretty intense.
Bear Grylls. Here's his story. I'm assuming that we're actually just reading Eva's story and this is how she died. And we're like actually her kid reading the story, you know?
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
He didn't want to live without Calvin, I'm guessing. That'd be the next play. Ah, fuck my controller.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit.
This story's told through pictures. I like that.
Got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's older than you are. Hey!
That's a keeper.
I should not have drunk all that coffee. I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad.
How do I
You're
get the
always
focus
serious.
just right?
Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Maybe this?
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before we take the shot,
Interesting.
let me get a picture of you.
Where is she?
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target.
Was that not good enough of focus? Oh, okay.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
Oh shit, I timed it perfectly.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that.
Poor
okay?
kid. Poor kiddo.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so-
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about—
Dad!
Oh shit. Well, that's one way to die, that's for sure.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Oh no, my controller.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Yeah.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Yeah. Gregory. Way to go, superstar! Am I calling back in? No, out here.
I can't imagine
That's
my
a
mom ever
story.
writing poetry, and yet
That's Gus's story. Is this Gregory's? Yeah, there's two stories in here. Okay. Oh,
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
guessing that's where I go in the future. Let's go through these
At the
stories
time,
first.
it was as far away as she could get.
Alright, Gregory time. So your mom's done. Divorce contract. That's a sad way to tell.
Way Gregory used to laugh when he
That's
thought he
just-
was alone. Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
That's a sad way to tell a baby
I
story.
think he saw things the rest of us don't.
I have to knock all those off, I have to knock all the letters off for achievement. Give it to me! No!
Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
Let me get back to my frog time.
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Come on, there we go, we're gamers.
I wonder what
Duckies! Duckies!
what his world was like.
Duckies. Let's fucking go! Did I remove this?
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw.
I will get this whale. It will become mine.
It sure made him happy.
Aha! Finally a feel-good story until the kid dies, of course. I need to flip the whale over.
Baby being too happy.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Gregory be chillin'. Froggy. Hello, Froggy. Oh, I see what's. No.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
Save the duckies! Save the duckies!
There's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything. I'm sure he's happy. He'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay.
Pepperoni.
Love, Sam.
You hate to see it. Don died in 2016. Now Gus's story. A poem for Gus.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Yeah.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I know.
No, not a stepmom. They're evil. You gonna get electrocuted by lightning? I heard that. I heard that lightning strike. Oh. Okay.
When the
Guess
time
that
for
found the
photos
words.
came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Yeah. Oh, there's words. I didn't collect all the words.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Yeah, he's gonna get electrocuted by lightning from the funny. I wish that. You wish that what? Oh shit. What the fuck? Oh, he gets trampled by the fucking tent. No? What happens then?
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam.
Oh, he does.
But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Fair. Do 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 do. Raise flag, breakfast, quiet time. Chores. Okay, up we go. This is her mom, right?
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
And Craig? I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Who's Lewis? You haven't talked about Lewis yet.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
I'm certain. Basil from Amori!
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday. when Edie gave him a castle.
Here's the people. Built in
After Milton
1992.
disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
But no one knows if Milton died or not, huh? Okay, where's the last people? Okay. A little farther ahead. Let's go get that before we go into Milton's room, I guess. Here's the last people.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Lewis the pothead, love to see it. Alright, let's do Milton's story. Then we'll progress to Lewis, and I'm guessing Dawn, her mother, is the last. Or maybe Edith. Well, we've done an Edith story. She's probably dead. And this is her daughter reading her story. After all, the game's called What Remains of Edith Finch. The
Milton
magic
Finch
paintbrush.
in The Magic Paintbrush. This is cool. Kinda chill, some would say. Milton, are you saying you disappeared into a doorway you painted? I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Milton, I highly doubt that, but also there's people saying there's monsters, so you know.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Can we go into the fake door? No. Damn.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Yeah. Where are we going? I'm a little lost, you know? Probably up the stairs rather than this. Nope, okay. Headed somewhere over here, I just don't know where. Oh, here. Shit.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Fair. Go get him, Lewis. Oh, he was a gamer? Let's see. What's up? All these custom keyboard stuff, burning CDs. Let's see. The Red King's Dream. Just, I don't think those are all made up, man. Real of
Dear Mrs.
psychology.
Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the
Did he kill himself?
But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
Began to what?
wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats.
Bat?
And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
You're a gamer, Lewis.
But he found something more.
Where's the next fish? There we go.
I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical,
Just zoning
tireless,
out,
focused.
doing it.
Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Doggo. Here's my familiar?
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Well, that's a very basic
slowly,
name.
brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
God, I'm trying to concentrate on two things at a time here.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery.
You just vibed.
But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet,
We're all on his head?
were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished.
Did he become king?
He held an election for mayor.
Mayor? Why not king?
And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
No, not Lewis Topia.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
Oh, God.
St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the
Jesus.
cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Oh. Can't see it.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
handsome queen.
Handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for
Sinister serpents.
Sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her
silver harp.
Silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace
basic
east
theme
of the sun and
game,
west
but
of
harp
the moon.
version?
Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Get rid of these fish, I have a job to do.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
He was just vibing, no?
And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
He became king.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. He began to forget the world we know.
Lewis, Walker.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
There he is, he's just vibing.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him.
Did he kill himself?
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
He killed himself, didn't he?
The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Hell yeah, Calico, let's go. Up the stairs.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
That fucking guillotine?
There was only one thing left to do.
He gets his head chopped off at the while cutting salmon, I'm guessing. He kills himself by
Then Dad was
decapitation. I placed this one together.
And the rest I think you know.
Yeah.
Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Oh, God. Stretch.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Alright, Don is the last person. The mother. What lies ahead for the mother?
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She
Yeah.
waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Where am I going? Oh, farther up.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Poor Don. He just
My
wanted to
mom
be
ended up
happy.
leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
What happened?
Maybe it should have come sooner.
Killed herself? Or did they kill each other?
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Edith. Shit. I thought that claw was a knife for a second. Edith Finch.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance, or that Edie had a key to it.
What happened in the library?
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I
Yeah.
think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
History of the Finches. E. Finch.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That
What
night,
happened?
the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
Huh.
There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
Sorry, I'm not talking a lot. I'm just listening to the story right now.
But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. For a while, I wondered.
Just vibing, you know?
I started seeing things.
Dear.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Over here. Okie doke.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
What's in the old house?
I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again.
Hi. I didn't get to finish your story.
The
I'm
next morning,
sorry.
the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
Woo.
We both tried to make the best of it.
Woo. Just vibing, you know?
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it,
Fair.
but she started getting sick a lot.
Oh, she died from sickness.
The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while,
But died.
and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you.
Baby.
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes.
Fair.
And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it.
Well,
I just
too
wanna
late.
meet
The
you
baby is being born
tell
right
you all
now.
these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things
Edith
didn't
is
work out
dead.
that way.
My eyes!
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Pepperoni. Did I miss some stories? I feel like I did. Because I didn't get Dawn's picture. Hold on. I'm checking if I missed some stories. Well, that was a fun game. I apparently didn't miss Dawn's and Edie's story. Just not filled in the journal for some reason. God, I have to stretch. Evan Rogers. Did they just include pictures of their childhoods for credits? That's cool. How did Edith die? Thanks, Johan, and the end of everything. We have one more achievement to get, and we're playing Calvin's story for some reason. I don't know why. Is there like a secret ending there or something now? I don't imagine so. It just sort of died, you know? Well, game was really nice. Pretty peaceful, even though, you know, it's about death. For a second I thought it was gonna take a horror turn when you had to go down to the basement after learning something had killed Barbara in the house. Yeah, not much else to say. I hope you guys enjoyed it at least. Just waiting for these credits to. I want to know how Edith died, damn it. Why didn't they say how she died? You know? Well, we have Unfinished Swan next, well, not next. Next, like, week or so, we're gonna do Unfinished Swan, which I'm not sure if it's a sequel, but it's a game by the same developers, and it was included in a bundle with Edith Finch, so I'm sorta assuming it is. If I had to guess. That end. Okay. We have to replay Calvin's. Okay, and there's Edith's drawing, there's Dawn, there's Edie. So we gotta replay Calvin's story for the last achievement. So let's take this off.
Sam had a twin.
And just get right on
And
into
that
it.
he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Alright, Calvin. What do you have hiding? Why is there an achievement for replaying your story in particular?
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore he'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe
You
if I
just
hadn't
didn't
said
believe
that.
enough, kid. Because Calvin, Calvin sure did. Here's the last rotation? No? Okay.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I
Is
think
this
he'd
the
already
last swing
made up his
around?
mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
There we go. Sucks that Calvin died this way.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
And there we go. The last achievement. I think, at least. Let's double check Steam. Yes, it is. On that note, let me switch over to the ending screen. And let's find someone to raid. Who's live? No one's live right now. What remains of Edith Finch? Let's see who's live with this other than me. They're at the fireplace. They're just starting. Let's raid them. Melwin 26. / raid Melwin 26. That was chill stream. I really enjoyed it, guys. Words, stuff, things, words, you know, the usual. Tomorrow, let's see. Let me pull up the schedule, see what's going on tomorrow. Tomorrow we have Portal. And then after that, we're starting Death Stranding. Just doing the story stuff, not all the side stuff. And yeah. It was fun. Adios, guys.